Right, I'm going to show you how to make marmalade, but really, it is as easy a way as I know how. And what we're going to do is I'm going to start with a bowl of these oranges, which Enzo has picked lovingly from the garden tree, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
So we've got thin skin oranges, and you can usually tell because you can feel the orange underneath. A thick skin orange is it's very, very tough, isn't it? It's ever so hard, but these are quite squidgy. They're rather sexy, Enzo. And they make a little
I'm
noise.
over here.
So first of all, I'm going to take 2 lemons to what probably is about 5 pounds of oranges. So I'm chopping the lemons in very, very finely. First of all, I'm going to get the lemons out of the way into our nice big pot. So I've topped and tailed them. I've taken off the big pith piece at the top because that's got the most pith, the white stuff. We don't want that. So I've taken off that. I've cut them in half, and as I go I'll remove the pips as I see them, but pretty much they boil up on top of your marmalade and you can sort of spoon them off. But I'm going to cut them in half, and then, let's put them over so you can see it, and I'm going to cut them in half again. So you've quartered them, leave them belly down, and then slice really, really as thinly as you can. Now if you're handy with a mandolin, like I'm not, neither is Enzo, although you do have one, use one of those. Okay, it didn't take me very long, about 10 minutes, probably not even that, Enzo, we've gone for only about 5 minutes maybe, to finely chop all of these oranges down. So I'm just going to do the very last slice. I've got cramp. Now, Enzo likes to use fresh mountain water. This is exactly what this is. Fresh mountain water. And I'm going to measure it out just so that you can see, for those that like measuring, how much of the water it's going to take. 1, 2 cups. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. So as you can see, the water is just there, just underneath the oranges. Now we're going to put that on the top of the stove and we're going to bring it to a boil. Right, now we've brought the just the oranges and the water to a really rapid boil. And you want to keep them boiling steadily for about 15, 20, 30 minutes. Really does depend on how long it takes to get these peels soft. So of course the next thing you have to do is to take one out and fish one out and give it a test for softness. I trust my teeth. Yeah. If they're still crunchy, which they are, I can feel them in my teeth. Of course, for marmalade, you have to use bitter oranges. So, ideally, the next time I have to test that, I should be giving it to you, Enzo.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh. Now then, now it's time that you add the sugar. So you're just going to sprinkle it in a little at a time. And I'm using a jug measure. And we're just going to keep going. So this is number 3. After number 3, I'm going to taste it. Or Enzo is. Some people like their marmalade really, really bitter. I don't. That is nice. Hmm?
It is nice, but I will put some more sugar.
You want more, don't you? Put it
Yes.
with the dirty ones. One more?
Maybe half.
Okay, we'll try it with half and see what happens. I've forgotten, how many did we put in? Anyway, it doesn't
4.
matter, did we?
Actually 5. No, 4.
See, it doesn't really matter at this stage. Because it's to your taste. I can see another little rogue here. Okay, we're going to let it come to the boil. And then I'll be stirring it now fairly regularly until we reach our marmalade stage. The fluid is reduced from this point here, look. See? And what happens when you put your spoon in, you need to be very careful because it will spit up, is when you put your spoon through and you grab it up from the bottom, it looks very jelly-like. There you go, see it's spitting? So you want to keep it moving as often as you can because you want to avoid it spitting at you at best and at worst burning on the bottom. Then you won't have our marmalade at all. You'll just have a load of stuff that's fit for the bin. Or if we have chickens then, it'll fit for the chickens. The chickens wouldn't it? Anyway, it's still quite bitter. Do you want to taste it?
Sure.
Right.
A little more.
You want some more sugar?
Yeah. I thought it. I don't know.
1, 2. Go 6. All right? Do you want to try it now?
I'm right. What can I tell you?
Give it. Okay, now then, as you can see, we've got less fluid on the top, and watch the spoon when it goes in. It sort of goes in, it looks almost lumpy, that fluid. Can you see that, Enzo?
Yes.
And then when you pick it up from the bottom, it's really quite jammy. Look at that. It's jamming. And I've had a piece on a spoon here for only a few minutes, and already, look, it's set. So we're done. So I'm going to turn it off, just like that. And we have made jam. Again. Here in paradise. I just love it when it all comes together. Oh, did you want to try that, Enzo? Did you want to lick the spoon off? Is it stuck? Turn it. Let me turn the spoon over. Is that okay? I think that's an okay, isn't it? Didn't leave me any. I'm just going to turn my oven off where the jars are because they're hot. Ideally, you want the hot jars with the hot jam to meet, and that's a marriage in heaven. Cold jars, hot jam, bad, so bad. All your jars are cracked, and they'll crack in your hand. That'll be the worst. So, in the back here, I've got my boiling lids, so they're sterilised. Boiled water, sterilised. Hot jar, hot jam. Pour it in there really carefully. If your jar gets a little bit too uncomfortable to hold, just stop the process and put it down, start again. Clean piece of cloth, I've got a piece of kitchen towel here. Make sure that rim is clean. So you've got no sticky jam on the top. Take your lid, put it on, and then tighten it. I'm going to take our little pots, and they're still very hot. I'm going to set them over on the windowsill out of the way, so they don't bother anybody.
These are jams that you made. When did you make these things?
Marmalade.
Marmalade? When did you make this marmalade?
Yesterday.
Wow.
A little pot of paradise.
And here it is.
I don't know what you're touching for. Just paradise to me.
I love this jar. This is nice. Okay. And this what came from this. See?
From our garden.
That's right.
All part of living in paradise.